Just one day left in the legislative session. No flurry of activity in the House chambers. The Iowa House and Senate spent a combined 5 minutes in session today, gaveling out until Monday. Good evening, I'm Erin Kiernan. The Republican-controlled legislature missed its deadline to approve school funding and now will miss tomorrow's deadline to end the session. WHO 13's Zach Fisher is live at the State House. Zach, Republicans are divided over the budget.
It's $36 million that divide the House Republicans between the governor and the Senate state budget proposal. Now, I talked with the governor today, and she says that the smaller amount is needed because of state tax cuts and federal policy.
I believe this tariff, the tariff strategy that the president has put in place, I believe it is going to work, but it's going to take some time and it's bumpy. And that also could potentially have an impact on ag. And so all that has an impact on our economy. So we need to buckle down and really think about how and how much and what we're spending on. And so that's why I ended up aligning with the Senate because, I mean, if we could even get them lower, I'd probably go lower.
Yeah. You heard her. She said she would even go lower. She actually also told me today that her original budget proposal at the beginning of session was sitting around 5.4%, so it's more than what she's agreed to now. She was initially nervous about knowing some of the ramifications coming from the federal government and then some of the state tax cuts that were kicking in this year. Now, Speaker of the House, Pat Grassley, mentioning $14 million of the $36 million difference right now, relating that to paraeducators, and he's calling that a critical sticking point to be able to fund.
I would say that that was included in the original number. That was part of the governor's proposed budget. At no point did we think that that wasn't going to be something that we were going to be able to fund. And I will be honest with you, that's one of the pieces right now that I would say is one of the biggest sticking points. Our caucus feels extremely strong that if we're going to provide that level of support that we did with that bill last year, that we're not going to go back and just cut that and leave our schools in a situation to find the difference. Those are more like Governor Culver practices that we saw, and we don't want to see that happening on something like that.
So some context to that, lawmakers had approved that $14 million in paraeducator salary increases and funding to schools last year. That was in part of negotiations with changes to the state's area education agency. Governor Reynolds, you heard him say it there, originally had that this year, that $14 million in her proposal for the state budget. It's now dropped in negotiations with the Iowa Senate as of this week. So Speaker Grassley saying that funding is there and we committed to it last year, so let's stick with it. But Erin, overall, like I said, there's a $36 million difference that's holding up the session from getting out on time.
Okay, we know you'll keep us up to date when they're back in session on Monday. Thanks, Zach.